Donald Trump is actually doing a lot to onshore. Like, he is doing the impossible. Nobody thought that this could get done. And what do you know? We got Jensen Huang out there, the CEO of NVIDIA, saying, hey, it's happening. I gotta tell you, like, this is super important. Like, if there's one thing that we really need to focus on, and we learned this during COVID, did we not, right? Because the supply chain was all messed up. And it's one thing we don't have like Clorox or Lysol. That was bad. And by the way, we make those chemicals here, or we at least package it here. Those are American companies, but a lot of the chemicals come from China. And because of that slowdown in the supply chain, like, you couldn't get, I remember being like, hallelujah. This was like months after COVID had sort of come and gone. And I was in a Home Depot, and they suddenly rolled out this shipment of Lysol, and I like grabbed two. They're only 2 per person, right? I'm like, woo, I got Lysol again. It's like crazy. Like, why were we so dependent on China for that stuff? So if you think about it for Lysol, that's one thing. But what if you think about it for all the things that power electricity and power your computer and power, I don't know, your financial records, etc.? That's kind of scary, which is why we need this onshoring of the semiconductor industry. Jensen Huang knows this. He realizes this. And listen to what he said. The White House actually sent out this clip because it's a big freaking deal. And you should be so proud of this president and this country, if for nothing else, for this. This is the CEO of the world's largest, most successful semiconductor company, Jensen Huang.
This last week was a historic week. We manufactured the most advanced AI chips in the world, in the most advanced fab in the world, here in America for the first time. All of this started with President Trump wanting to reindustrialize the United States. His tariffs was a pressing agent in making this possible at the speed that we're doing. And now, shortly after less than a year, we're now manufacturing the most advanced chips for AI here in the United States. This is just the beginning of it. With the partnership of the supply chain in Taiwan, TSMC is an incredible partner, a strategic partner for the United States in bringing manufacturing of the most critical sector of technology here to the United States.
It's amazing. So basically, he's in this starting point. They designed the chips, and those chips are now getting made here. So it's pretty incredible. People didn't really think this could get done. It takes years to build these fabs, right? And in fairness to Joe Biden, the CHIPS Act that he put in place back in 2021 got the ball rolling on this. But, you know, Donald Trump was like, hey, we gotta move this along. And this has been such a huge priority for him. The strength of our tech sector is just absolutely so critical. Justin M., I'm looking at your message there. That's funny. He remembers when, you know, there was a run on toilet paper. Oh yeah, there was a run on everything, including that. You know, necessities matter. Anyway, here is Donald Trump again with Maria. She had a great interview with him over the weekend, and he's talking about how the U.S. now has a 10% stake in Intel, a semiconductor manufacturing company. Watch.
Well, you've also been monetizing the balance sheet, and you took a 10% stake in Intel.
That's right.
You're taking a stake in Mountain Pass, MP. I mean,
you know that Intel, I think we're up $40 billion since I made the deal. We made a big deal. And I didn't do it for myself. I did it. They came in to see me, and I said, you know what? I think the United States should own 10% of your company. And they gave me 10%. And you know what? It's been good for them, too. Their stock has gone up so much that they end up making a fortune. But we made $30 or $40 billion on that deal. The same thing with Mountain Pass. But in that case, it's because we want to get the rare earth refined.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, rare earth kind of matters too. I mean, think about that, guys. It is really, really important. Those rare earth materials matter. Semiconductors matter. Rob and I are actually working on a piece at 76 Research about this. You know, you think about Adam Smith, right? And how Adam Smith talked about the law of comparative advantage, and, you know, theoretically comparative advantage should work great. You know, they were thinking about English broadcloth lace. And if the English were better at making the lace and we were better at something else, it made sense to trade. And, you know, they could do that all day long and we could do our thing all day long. Yeah, but what if that lace is suddenly like critical to your very survival? And in our case, semiconductors are critical, right, to our very survival. And so that's when the whole Adam Smith comparative advantage thing kind of starts to fall apart. I'm not saying we need to do it on everything, but when you got strategic, necessary industries for the vitality and health and security of the United States, I'm glad somebody's thinking about it. Again, a quick shout out to my company, 76 Research. Take a look at those portfolios. Tech up 67% with one of our top picks. Materials up 85%. We only have like 10 to 12 stocks in each of these portfolios. So I do encourage you to take a look at that. It is kind of important. But overall, I mean, we're just looking at just amazing stuff here. I keep saying we are on the front lines of history, and I'm not kidding. I mean, it's amazing. Hey, by the way, did I tell you we're number 66 and still climbing on the podcast charts? Yeah, amazing. That's a testament to you guys. Thank you. And Alphonse, I'm working on the time. We'll get a regular time at some point. But that's why you have to hit the bell. You have to hit the bell because then you know when I'm live here on this show, and you can always catch the repeat. And leave a comment in the repeats. I review them all. I watch them all. I do actually check those things, believe it or not. And the other thing I want to tell you about is Spotify. So we just started over there rather recently. I'd love to have you over there as a Spotify subscriber. It's all free. I put it in the chat. I pinned it to the top. So go check that out. Thank you guys for everything you do here. We will convene again with more tomorrow.